Just recording a record which I got recently, which is my new fastest 10 kilometer run. And as with every other time I've got my fastest 10k, it's never been an intentional 5k run. This was simply a run from a place called Canusie to Kincraig up in the Highlands. And it was a Saturday morning. My calves were sore from doing some barefoot running a couple of days beforehand, and I thought I'll just go for a fun jog around the back road that takes you from Canusie to Kincraig. The actual trip itself was actually a 13 kilometer run as well. But what I'm very happy to say is that I got my 10k is down to 53 minutes 58 seconds. So I'm now under the 55-minute barrier, which I'm like super happy with. That's a minute and 2 seconds underneath the 55 barrier. And also I did the maths where if I took all my the actual fastest 5k wasn't from the beginning. It was from 3 to 12. So that, and the annoying thing was I totally slowed down at some points to go take pictures of a river. And at the start, so at the start I had a total sprint. I was racing my sister in a car, and then I ran up here, then I helped move some cones out of the way, but that's just at the start. And then I was taking pictures of some cows, and then taking pictures of some more cows, and then annoyingly over here I totally stopped and took photos of the river and stuff. So I was like, oh, if I hadn't stopped and slowed down there, and that becomes quite a bit of a hill on that bit. It's like, oh, what time could I have got? Could I have got even faster time? So the other thing is, if I take my 5 fastest kilometers out of this, if I take the 5 fastest ones from here, I'm only 25 seconds behind my fastest 5k that I've ever done. So I think that's a pretty awesome achievement, to be able to be only 25 seconds slower than your fastest 5k that you've ever done, which was totally on the flat. This run had a good amount of elevation. I've got it on my iPod here, saying that in total it was 121 meters of incline, which I had done during this. As you can see, the route goes up and down, up and down, up and down. And I managed to keep what I would say a very respectable level running pace for the whole. I totally stopped after after I'd done 12k. I thought maybe after 12k I totally got it, and then I was just walking with Kim. She had come to meet me. We just went and got ice creams afterwards. But I'm very happy with that, and it really gives me the desire to go back out and do like an intentional 10k to see where I can get it, and maybe an intentional 10k which is on the flat. But what I would say is that I had my tunes on. I wasn't being all hippie. I wasn't really adventuring too much. I knew the road, and I had the tune. It's a it's called Can't Stop Playing by Dr. Cuccio and Gregor Salto. I had that on just on repeat the whole time, and I found that was a brilliant jogging tune that just really got me going, especially on and I had a total like Superman moment on a couple of the downhills, because again, with any of the downhills, even gentle ones, I'm very cautious on that. But there, I was like, I feel so good, I feel unstoppable, and I was doing like big, like the kind of run that you do if you're in snow going downhill, you know, big strides at one point. I was like, oh my god, I feel great. It was such like an epiphany moment of feeling super fit. And they're on the uphills as well. It's like I've just got to keep my uphill speed as fast as I can. But you know, just like imagine him just going down a gear in a car and just have to go smaller steps and just keep like head down and focus it. But what was good about this was that there's a couple walkers on the road that I walked past, or that I jogged past, and it was the one thing which some of you may not know this or do this, but see if you're going for a jog and you're jogging around, and then you see somebody coming towards you and they can see you, you start jogging a bit faster, and you're like, oh, I'm just doing this is my show-off jog. Oh yeah, I'm not even out of breath. Oh yeah, and you do the kind of bit more your show-off jog. Effectively, I did my show-off jog in front of a couple of people, but I didn't, like, normally do you show-off jog and go, oh yeah, past them, this time I was just like, till you're past them, I feel great, I'm gonna go faster. It was something which I have never experienced before, so it was such Such a happy moment for me. And yeah, so the fastest Ks I was getting were, the fastest one was under 5 minutes for a kilometre there. So that on your speed is on your watch is 12 kilometres an hour. And then I've got a 5:10, a 5:7, a 5:15, a 5:17. So yeah, all of those, very, very happy with that. Pretty awesome times there for me. So that's my new current personal best for 10K, which is under 55 minutes at 53:58. Pretty happy going. Cool. Bye bye.